We are live. This is day 72 of the Connected Community Health Support free virtual exercise live stream. This is your morning workout, and my name is Seth Spicer. If you're seeing this for the first time on YouTube or on replay, I hope you've all had a absolutely scrumptious and wonderful week. Happy Face was roaring and ready to go this morning. Good morning, Happy Face. Glad to hear it. I wanted to make sure that I took time this morning to also be roaring and ready to go. So I apologize for starting 15 minutes late. Here at CCHS, we understand every bit of the person, including the mental side. So sometimes you just got to take 15. So we're here, we're ready to go. Thank you for your patience. You are probably very warmed up now. I don't hate leg day. It's the 2 days after I can't stand. Why don't cows skip leg day? They care about their calves. That's funny. All right. Woo. Why don't cows skip leg day? They care about their calves. All right. I'm gonna put this puppy into full screen. All right, here's this. Our timer is going on. The reactions are the main reason I keep doing this, because they're genuinely funny. You find the good jokes on the internet. I spent like 2 hours one day trying to find up and memorize a collective of jokes, and they all sucked. They were all terrible. So anytime you throw in an actually good one, I'm like, where do you get these from? Yeah, those are good. Both of those are good. All right, I need to go full screen. How do I do that? Full screen? Oh, hello. Hey, good looking. All right. Okay, and we are ready to get stretched out and get started. You'll notice a couple new additions to this lovely home that I call mine/ours with the girlfriend. They are brand new, beautiful fall pillows. Oh my goodness. Oh my, you can't see that from over there. Check. Boo. Hey, Boo. So that's the new addition to the house this morning. I hope you like them in the background. No longer have a place to sit when we're practicing our squats. We're just squat on the couch. It doesn't really work if you can't sit on the couch. We'll save that discussion for a later time. This is a free virtual exercise stream. It's designed so that anybody can join, anybody can get a workout. Workouts shouldn't be anybody should be able to access a workout regardless of money, regardless of psychological barriers, regardless of time. Health is basically a human right, and not a lot of people have enough support to reach that. Not to mention the amount of stigma that comes along with working out in gyms, with the current healthcare system, with just society in general. So if you would like free, stigma-free, and accessible workouts and have a little bit of a good time, feel free to join into this Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday for the next 3 weeks. And then we switch to 5 days a week, because this is a progressive exercise program, as every exercise program should be. At which point we'll go back to 30 minutes per day. Again, progressive, we go 30, 45, an hour long sessions. And then we drop it back to 30 and add another day of the week. So that one day you'll wake up, you'll be exercising for 300 to 400 minutes per week, which is the amount in which you can exercise and lose weight without dietary intervention, which is pretty crazy to think about. Usually we talk about at CCHS a combination of diet and exercise, because that is the most effective. 90% of the time when people lose significant weight, it's through a combination of both of those things. But the research said that if you exercise for 400 minutes plus aerobically each week, you can lose weight pretty much irregardless of a poor diet, which I'm sure there's an asterisk in there, and I'm sure there were exceptions, but that's still a pretty powerful statement. So all you have to do is exercise an hour every single day. Anyway, let's get into the workout ourselves. I'll stop rambling on. If you've been here before, you know the deal. We're going to warm up. We're going to do 6 rounds of 25 seconds of work, 35 seconds of rest. And there's going to be 8 exercises in each round. At the end, we're going to have a little bit of a tidbit talking about sleep and our quote of the week. And we're going to have a little bit of a halftime in case you either can't stay the full time or in case you want to take 3 minutes to tell your friend to join in for the second half because they're having such a good time. Oh, so we're doing this. So we're fighting this morning. Oh, we're fighting on live stream. Okay. So besides my girlfriend, she decided to hop on. She decided to hop on stream. Sophie said, "There's nothing wrong with a decorative pillow. I would have been here faster, but I forgot my password." All right. Anyway, jeez. Feel free to talk to a physician before beginning any exercise program. You're a heathen. Before beginning any exercise program. That said, we've gone through great pains, great stakes to make sure that this is safe, adjustable, and enjoyable for just about anybody who could possibly want to join in. If you have any questions whatsoever throughout the stream, I have a bunch of degrees and certifications that nobody really cares about, but feel free to ask your questions over here into the chat, and I'd be more than happy to help you out and answer them. And if you ever feel like sharing this, if you ever feel like telling a friend, that would be holy wonderful, because the more people that join, the more fun it is in the morning, as we can see over there on the right side of the page. So without further ado, let's get started with the warm-up. Happy face is already ready to go, but this guy needs to get warmed up, plus everybody else. So let's start from the top, go down to the bottom. Today, this morning, start with the neck. Let's do some, not neck circles, but neck side to sides. Just left to right, to left, to right. Probably do 10 to 12 each side. There's an old saying that for every year you are old, you should move every joint in your body, every direction that it can move, one more time. If you're 70, that's a lot of movement. All right, that's good for the neck. Let's do some shoulder circles together. Really finish up them shoulders if you're not already warmed up. Really reach back, get that full range of motion in there. We like big shoulder circles. All right, switch directions, nice and slow for the warm-up. If we can't all be as funny as Happy Face, at least we can at least try to be as warmed up. I don't know if it's possible to be as committed because she's here about every single day, which we deeply appreciate. All right, and that's good with the shoulder circles. If you want to do a couple bear hugs, feel free to do that as well. Consistency is key. For anybody that's followed along with this program, they've had success, period. Nobody that I've talked to that's consistently followed along with this program on the replays has not had success. So if your goal is stigma-free weight loss, all you have to do is show up. All right, hips. I like to try sometimes to do, to do a hacky sack skip, but actually stretch on the external rotation by putting my shank, which is my tibia, my lower leg onto my knee and almost sitting into a chair style. It's more of a yoga move if you ask me, but it looks like this. So internally rotate, externally rotate, put it on the knee and sit back. And that makes for a good stretch, which is good to warm up to, if you ask me. I'm a big personal fan. Put the hands up just so people watching think I look official. All right, do some internal, external, rotate to the side for y'all. And then boom, with the side look too. Side look makes it harder. Oh, and there's another tool in your tool belt. If you're falling all over the place, know that you can, as always, hold on to something. All right. And actually, that was a pretty solid warm up for the hips. We do a couple side to sides. I like to think of warm ups in terms of hitting every muscle. So I'm like, did I hit the forward? Did I hit the back muscles? Did I hit the sides? And then did I hit lower front back sides? So if you ever wonder if you need to warm up more things, take it like one section of your body at a time. So like lower leg, upper leg, hips, core, arms, head and neck, and say, did I hit front and back and the sides of each one? Bingo. That's an extensive warm up if you do that, but a full body warm up nonetheless. All right. And you can do some leg swings if you like, followed by some ankle circles. Go ahead and take 30 seconds to do each of those. All right. And the routine is down at the bottom here, as I'm sure you can see. All right. I think it's time. If you're watching this on replay and you're enjoying the show so far, feel free to give us a follow. And every time we send out a reminder saying that we are going live or doing a replay, think to yourself, have I made time today to be mindful? Is this a good reminder for me to live my best life and reach towards my goals? Because we send out a lot of reminders and stream often. So if you take 10 times a day to be mindful and remind yourself that you're working towards your goals after you smash that follow button, that's a catalyst for a lot of change. All right, without further ado, we'll get started with set number 1. We'll start with a hinge motion, a single leg hinge motion, and that can be either a single leg deadlift or a single leg glute bridge. Of course, do what works for you. If you want to do a double leg hinge, like a floor touch, or if you want to do a double leg glute bridge, be my guest. Whatever feels best for you. All right, we're starting in 10 seconds. Boop. Boop. And I'm going to start with a single leg floor touch. 3, 2, 1, begin. Couple double legs just to get warmed up a little bit more. Push the butt back. And then I'm going to move to some single legs. And the single legs always feel better. Warm my glutes. And time with that exercise. Next up, reverse flies in the bent over position. I just keep on burping this morning. I cannot speak a sentence. Reverse flies from the classic bent over position. The bent over position, every time I say that, will be forearms on the knees. It's more of a support position. Starting in 5, 4, 3. Going to raise your arms up to the side. Ready, begin. Reverse flies together. That's helping our posture on this beautiful Friday morning. Working our back muscles. We're keeping our head nice and tall out in front of us. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Next up, we're going to have our D1 PNF upper body patterns. And we're going to make sure that we remove these cords before we begin. It's a good life we're living. Feels good to move, doesn't it? D1 PNF patterns, starting in 5 seconds. That's the ones that look like this. Unsheathing the swords. 3, 2, 1, begin. Here we go. Alternate which arm is on top each time. And rotating the hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Next up, we're going to do a little jig. It's the forward, back, out, knee across the body. We're going to do that for about 13 seconds each side, and then we'll switch. Now, I always say to, have a nice and healthy weekend. I have a wedding this weekend. Fun stuff. College roommates getting married. Shout out Matthew Roeder. So I don't know if I'll be adhering completely to the healthy lifestyle this weekend, but you know what? We're all human. It's about being sustainable. Starting the jig, 3, 2, 1, begin. Forward, back, out to the side. If you want to get a little hop in there, you absolutely may. And switch sides. Forward, back, outside. Again, this is a low impact time. A low impact activity for the entire thing. But sometimes you just want a little bit more fun. You want a variation that feels better for you. And if that involves a little bit of hopping around, please be my guest to go ahead and do that. Moderation is all things, including moderation. That's fair. Yeah. It's like on average you need to be good, but there's definitely some variation in there. All right. Let's see. We have lateral squats. 3, 2, 1. Begin with me on the lateral squats. Yeah, it's not sustainable or enjoyable to never take any breaks. I know sometimes periods of high stress can become catalysts for a long series of poor healthy habits. But, one weekend and, compartmentalizing that weekend time with the lateral squats, compartmentalizing that weekend as one different thing, as one special weekend within a healthy lifestyle that you've begun living. I think that's a much better way to look at it, for sure, right? Moderation in terms of not only time, but also through that experience as well, right? Oh, well, you know what I'm talking about, happy face. You just can't carry it with you into the next week. Next up, push-ups on the wall, floor, or couch. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. I'm doing them from the floor to start today. Just push the floor away. Try not to overthink it. Just like you're pushing yourself up from the floor when you're laying down. And time with that exercise. Alternating shoulder extensions. We are here. One arm goes forward, one arm goes back. We're going to feel like a fancy sprinter. Woo. All right. Alternating shoulder extensions starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Forward, back. Forward, back. I like to pause in the middle. Feels better for my body. Four, 3, 2, 1. Happy face. What's your favorite? I don't like the term cheat day, but what's your favorite guilty pleasure food, right? What's your vice? And then what's your favorite healthy food? Shoot that puppy into the chat for me. I'm curious. I need to calm down a little bit. I almost can't hold a conversation, which is how we know that we're going a little bit too intense to be in fat burn zone. Next up, mountain climbers. From the floor, wall, or couch, starting in 3, 2, 1. Mountain climbers together. Here we are. Standing variation is high knees. You can go double time if you like. I'm going to take it a little easy to catch my breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time with that exercise. We're going back to the top with a single leg hinge. I'm going to do a single leg deadlift this time. Chocolate. Yeah. I'm a chocolate fiend, especially dark chocolate. Especially bridge mixture, chocolate covered stuff. Oh my God, dark chocolate covered raisins. Count me out. That's a wrap. chocolate covered almonds. Oh my God. Hey, we're going back to the top here, starting in 15 seconds. Single leg hinge. All right. Single leg hinge. I'm going to do a single leg deadlift for mine. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Alternating sides. I'm doing doubles because why not? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time with that ejercicio. Next up, we have the reverse flies. Oh, Halloween is coming indeed. You know, that gives me some good ideas, actually. We can make some content about healthy-ish alternatives and coping methods for the Halloween season. Because saying don't eat candy for me is like, I mean, it's almost an insult at that point. It's just not possible. So we'll find some healthy recipes to have some fun with. How about that? Reverse flies. Ready? Begin. So we'll get a little bit of a fix or something. Maybe something with a lower glycemic load. Because sugar isn't necessarily terrible. What's really bad, especially about sugar, is when it hits your blood system all at once. It overwhelms your pancreas and causes a lot of damage from a high spike in blood sugar. Time. So maybe we can find some more, something healthy-ish. Right? We'll figure it out. I'll think about it. I'll do some thinking. A little thinking. I do love fall season, though. I cannot deny. Fall is my favorite season. That spooky, scary skeleton song slaps. All right, every time. Next up, we have our D1 movement pattern. Oh, we're having a great time this morning. I'm surprised there's not more people in. 3, 2, 1, begin. Here we are. And this is set number 2. I'm going to reiterate the quote of the week at halftime. I really like calling it halftime. Feels like a football game. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Next up, we got our jig. I'm going to get a little bouncy with it. You don't have to. Sometimes it feels good to be a little bouncy. I've got a nice, quick little tidbit for you about sleep and slow brainwave activity for the end of the session today. I'm excited about it. I hope you'll stick around to hear it. The jig is forward, back, side, across. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Forward, back, out, across. Is that somebody new in the chat? Hold on. If you're just join me in this dance and I will say hello. Forward, back, out, across. Switch sides. Leg forward, leg back, leg out, leg up across the body. I like to do it in a little bit of a dance. And time with that dance. Adrian, is it Adrian? Sorry, it's kind of small on my screen. Adrian 21MG. Hola, buenos dias. ¿Cómo estás? We have 20 seconds left before we begin our lateral squats. Glad you're in the chat. My name is Seth. Welcome. If you have any questions, I have a whole bunch of certifications and stuff that nobody cares about. Degrees, you name it. This is Connected Community Health Support, free exercise stream. Join in with us. Let me see how you like it. If you have any questions, shoot them into the chat for me. Starting with our lateral squats. In 3, 2, 1, begin. We are here. And if you want, you can do bilateral squats, which look like this. Whatever feels best for your body and for your movement. All right, and time with that exercise. The next exercise we have are push-ups together. You can do push-ups from the floor, on your knees from the floor, on the door like so, or on the couch right here. I'll show them from the couch on this time, just so that you can see what it looks like. Keep the core tight and just push the floor, couch, or door away, starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready? Here we go. Begin. And we're only going for 25 seconds. We're already past halfway for each exercise. 3, 2, 1, begin. I'm sorry, and time. Don't begin again, please. All right. Adrian, just a heads up, this is a stigma-free weight loss stream. It's full body weight only, requires no equipment, and is and always will be free. We do this 4 times a week right now: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We have a halftime coming up in just a little over 1 set, and we'll start these 3 sets over again as well if you want to start fresh and get warmed up as well. Or you can just join in right now. That should be fine as well. Next up, we have the alternating shoulder extensions from the bent over position. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. And we're just acting like a sprinter. Arms to the side, arms out in front. 1 forward, 1 back. And this should work a lot of different muscles of our back, actually. I've tried to stop just going through and naming all the muscles of the back because I don't think anybody really cares. Time with that exercise. All right, fantastic. And lastly, for the set, we have mountain climbers. Mountain climbers can also be done from the floor, from the couch, or with a high knee variation. We'll start that exercise in 3, 2, 1, begin. I'll do high knees. Feel free to do them from the floor as a mountain climber, like so. And of course, this is our core exercise. And time with that exercise. Beautiful. We're going back to the top. Our workout routine is right down here. If you're just joining, feel free to follow along. This is week 22, but it's always at a low to moderate intensity. This workout program is. You should be able to follow along to it while holding a conversation. All right, if you can't, if you get a lot of breath like I'm getting, lower down your intensity of these movements. And that way you will burn primarily fat as a fuel source, as the substrate for your exercise. Because this is primarily based around losing weight and losing fat mass specifically to increase your body composition. And if you consistently show up, I promise you that will be the case. We're going back to the top with our hinge. If you'd like to do a single leg, you may. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. A hinge is a butt back. Squat, your knees go forward, your hips go down. This is a hinge. Our butt is going backwards. And if you'd like to do it, if you can do it with a single leg, you absolutely may put a foot into a wall and continue to do so. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. All right, this is set number 3. We're doing 2 sessions today of 30-minute workouts. That's the way I like to frame it. So in total, it's an hour-long workout, just under that technically if you do the math, but It's about a 60-minute workout in 2 30-minute chunks. So feel free, this is set number 3. Then we're going to take a halftime and come back into the second half. All right. Reverse flies, forearms on the knees for me. And we're just going to raise our hands out to the side. Ready? Begin. These are reverse flies. Just raising our hands out to the side, working our back muscles, fixing our posture. If you'd like, you can do it one arm at a time. Sure thing. And 3, 2, 1, time with that exercise. I went to the doctor's to start my new job as an athletic trainer here shortly. Yay! And I got the whole physical and stuff done. My blood pressure was 112/74. That's systolic over diastolic. Before I started doing this stream, I've had pretty high blood pressure for most of my life. So aerobic exercise does have that effect on people. So I have personal proof that this stuff works, but that's just me. D1 movement pattern. Take your hands, cross them into your pockets, raise them up overhead. Ready? Begin. Pockets, overhead. Pockets, overhead. Switch sides. Switch the arm that's on top every time. Keep working with me here. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Fantastic. Now, again, feel free to give us a follow at Connected CHS, Connected Community Health Support. We also have a website, connectedchs.com, where we have tons of free and paid resources to change your life if that's what you want. Again, the first question we ask is, do you want to lose weight? Because it shouldn't feel like you have to. You have to ask yourself if that's what you would like, right? That's part of removing the stigma. Next up, we have the jig. Foot forward, foot back, foot to the side, knee across the body. Join me. Ready, begin. Forward, back, out, across. Forward, back, out, across. And switch sides. Forward, back, out, across. Forward, back, out, across. And time with that exercise. Now, if you're moving along, you'll see the happy face already said welcome up in the chat, because this is attempting to be a community. All right. I know that anybody that ever joins has a wonderful time with myself, Adam Fox, Jacob Carroll, all the members of Connected Community Health Support, trying to make health and fitness more accessible. And that involves having interpersonal support if you so choose. You can do it completely anonymously, but I think, for me at least, I enjoy that kind of interpersonal support. Lateral squats, 3, 2, 1, begin. Push your leg out to the side like you're sitting in a chair, and repeat. If I do this one right, if I go deep enough, feels like a bit of a stretch in the opposite leg. You don't have to go to this depth. You go as deep as what feels good for you. All right. Time with that exercise. Next up, after the squats, we have the push-up. Again, from the floor, from the couch, or from the door over there. Do what feels best for you. We are already cranking through this workout. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Push-ups. You can go from the knees. Personally, I feel like doing a tall push-up today from the floor. Do what feels good for you. I'm just here to work out with you. A bunch of other people to work out together. And time with that exercise. Feel free to shoot your favorite exercise into the chat. That can be exercise that we are doing, or just your favorite physical activity. For me, that might be going for a hike. No, actually it's canoeing. 9 times out of 5, it's canoeing for me. Who am I kidding? Hiking with my canoe? Yes. So yeah, feel free to shoot your favorite physical activity into the chat over there. I'd love to see it. Alternating shoulder extensions, forearms on the knees. If you please, 3, 2, 1, begin. Forward, back, nice and slow. If you like. Work that end range of motion, nice and slow. And time with that exercise. Beautiful. Next up, we have mountain climbers. Mountain climbers can go from standing position, like I did last time. That is high knees, basically. From a couch for additional difficulty and a little bit more support than the floor, or fresh from the floor with me. All right, whatever variation feels good for you. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Here we are. Mountain climbers away. Keep it going. 10 more seconds. Just bringing the knees up to the chest. Keep your head tall. Time with that exercise. Beautiful. And we got halftime, folks. We have halftime here. I'm going to take a second. Slide in. Hey. I'm going to pause this right there. And we're going to take a second for halftime. What's halftime? Halftime is when I come up close to the camera, I say, let's take a break. If you have to leave, cool down. If you have a friend that you think could benefit, tell them to swing by and get ready for a warm-up. And we just take a second to chat a little bit and get a break so that if we have time for the full workout, we can sustain ourselves for the full workout. If you're just joining, perfect timing. We have 3 more sets coming up of exercise, and then 3 sets of 8 exercises with a work to rest ratio of 25 seconds to 35 seconds. All right. Completely body weight, no equipment required. And that's going to work your full body. Will you be streaming on Monday, Labor Day? Yes. And specifically, it will be me. For those of you that are just joining, there are 3 of us, myself, Jacob Carroll, Adam Fox, that make up Connected Community Health Support. And I will be live on Monday, that is Labor Day, to get you physically prepared for your Labor Day activities, because nothing prepares you to drink and barbecue like having a nice full body exercise program. You're going to show up and you're going to be like all sorts of swole and be like, dude, what happened to you? And you'll say, my man Seth, Monday morning, Labor Day, hit me up with this beautiful full body exercise, and now I'm ready to have fun. No, I'm just kidding. Exercise isn't an excuse to go through and live unhealthily, but it can mitigate some of the damage if we're being honest. So, all right. So, quote of the week, as I promised for halftime. And again, this halftime is only going to take another 60 seconds or so. Quote of the week is, you miss 100% of the naps that you don't take. It's a serious one right there. Think about that. Now that's a nice lighthearted quote of the week. A lot of times we go pretty serious about them, and that right there is just one to have a little bit of fun with. I'm going to give tidbits on sleep actually at the end that have to do with that quote, because our pillar of the week, from which we have 7 at CCHS, our pillar of the week is sleep. All right. So with that said, we've taken time for you to grab your friends and say, hey friend, I want to do this workout thing with you. Try it with me. To which they'll say, no, but we'll try again, because this is good for just about anybody who wants better access to health and fitness, who wants health and fitness to be more practical. If that's the case for you, check us out at connectedchs.com. I'll blast that more at the end with the tidbits, as well as answer any questions that you might have. Cool. Let's get back to the workout. We have 3 more sets of the below workout right here at 25 to 35 work to rest in seconds. I'll stand back up and answer Happy Face's question in the chat. Oh yeah, I'll be here. All right. Let's start with a single leg hinge. Single leg hinge, that can be a single leg glute bridge or a single leg deadlift. Happy face, I'm here very consistently. And I have Labor Day plans as well, but I said, no breaks for these guys. Exercise is just another part of your day-to-day life. All right, single leg deadlift starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Here we are. Go ahead and begin. If you want to do a double leg glute bridge, you absolutely may. If you'd like to do double leg floor touch, you absolutely may. In either case, we're just pushing the butt back and standing up. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Fantastic. Next up, exercise number 2. That is our horizontal pull. We're going to do our reverse flies. All right, that's from the bent over position, forearms on the knees. Really quick, make sure you have your water next to you if you don't already. Just what happens, mine is in a coffee mug. Don't ask questions. Starting in 3, 2, 1 with the reverse fly. Ready, begin. I like to return back to this resting position each time. If you want to, you can just put them down in front. You don't need to rest. But I think it creates a nice reset for me to push them down. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. If you have 5-pound dumbbells at home, that was a good exercise to add them to if you like, if you want to increase the intensity. Of course, the intensity does get harder over time anyway, so it's not mandatory, okay? Next up, we have our D1 movement pattern. It's like taking a sword, putting it in a sheath, and then pulling it out overhead to smite the dragon. We do that with both arms at the same time. All right, 3, 2, 1, begin. Let's smite some dragons. This is a nice and easy one so long as you don't have any shoulder injuries. And we're just reaching as far overhead as we can. If you want to focus on the breath, go ahead and breathe out as you push your arms overhead. 3, 2, 1, and time. That halftime there was a really great opportunity for me to lower my breath a little bit. I'm feeling good now to maintain and finish the rest of the workout. Bada bing, bada boom. Next up, we have our little dance. We have our little dance for us. And that is foot forward, foot back, foot to the side, knee across the body. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Forward, back, out, across, forward, back, out, across. Switch in 3, 2, 1, switch, forward, back, out, across. And time with that exercise. Again, you don't have to pop and jump and hop, but if it feels good for you, please feel free to do that. This is generally a low impact exercise program, so you'll never find anything that is isometric, that is high impact, and you'll never find anything that will be designed to spike your systolic blood pressure, because a lot of time our target audience, which are those who would like to lose weight, right? Sometimes you have a high systolic blood pressure, right? Which is cool, but we're not going to try and spike that because we like you. You're a wonderful human. And spiking your blood pressure, I say no bueno for your body. That is bad. So lateral squats, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. You can do a bilateral squat as well if that feels better for you, or you can just go to a depth that feels good for you. almost like to think about taking a ball and throwing it. Time with that exercise. Next up, as you can see down here, we can do a push-up from the floor, the wall, or the couch. I'm gonna go from the couch. That sounds good for me this time. I'll be over here. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Just push the surface that you are in contact with away from you. If it's me, that's a couch. If that's happy face, that is all of Nova Scotia. In time with that exercise. Yeah, we got people from Britain that tune in here, from Canada, and I think like there's some other place too. Really an international stream that we have here. Pretty worldly. Yeah, I like to say that. We do health coaching through Connected CHS as well. Comprehensive health coaching, that is your entire person, not just fitness, not just nutrition, but social, environmental, mindset and psychology, personal finance, policy change as well, and sleep, because that all comes together to you successfully in losing weight. Alternating shoulder extension, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin, forward, back. And again, you can do this in a chair. You can do this from the bent over position. Oh, we had a new person in the chat. Oh, my restream button up there is kind of cutting off your name. I am not a garden. Hold on. I'm going to need somebody else to send another message into the chat so I can see your full name. But time with the alternating shoulder extension. Next up, we'll have mountain climbers. Somebody do me a favor, send into the chat the phrase "defy the odds" so that a new message will pop up and I can see the full name of our new friend, of our new wonderful human, as I have coined the term for all of our CCHS members, which I think is a pretty good term. Hey, what's up, you wonderful human? It's just so smooth, right? All right, mountain climbers or high knees, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. And then once the message finally pops up, I can greet our new friend in the chat. Right now, we're doing mountain climbers together or high knees to finish up set number 4. 3, 2, 1. And time with that exercise. Just found your stream. This is a great service you are providing. Thank you so much. We're very excited about it. Myself, Jacob Carroll, Adam Fox. A lot of people have experienced success. Personally, removed a lot of my upper body shoulder pain by doing this on the regular, and dropped my blood pressure by a lot, as well as some weight loss and better body composition for me. So it works. Glad you're here. Hope to see you consistently Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll put that down at the end of the workout, our schedule. All right, cool. We're going back to the top. That was the end of set number 4. We have a single leg hinge single leg floor touch or a single leg glute bridge. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. You can do a double leg glute bridge if you like so. Or you can do the single leg variation, because as always, you should do the exercise that feels best for you. Time with that exercise. Next up, we're going to reverse flies. All right, I'm going to personally type in a message that says, "Defy the odds," which is our slogan. There we go. I'm not a garden implement. That's a good name right there. All right, I can finally see the full thing. I'm going back to full screen. All right, reverse fly, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Here we are. Bingo, bingo.
Now, I am not a garden implement. Is that a hoe? Wait a minute. Is that what you meant by that? That's funny. Okay. In either case, my name is Seth. Let me know what you would like me to call you. And time with the reverse fly. If you have a specific name that you'd like me to call you other than I'm not a garden implement, you let me know. Garden. All right. All right, Garden. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. We do this Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday as Connected Community Health Support, making health and fitness more accessible on our way to stigma-free weight loss. That's Happy Face. Happy Face has been here with us since day -1. Fantastic part of our community, and welcome. Hey, next up we have our D1 movement pattern. Take your hands, cross them into your pockets, put them overhead. Ready, set, begin. Pockets, overhead. Switching which hand is on top each time. Here we are. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. with a quick wave. Nice. All right. Of course, this is a full body, completely free, no equipment required aerobic exercise program. It gets progressively more durasive, I should say, more volume over time, but the intensity stays low so that it's sustainable. All right. All you have to do is show up, and we're here. Nightbot, go away. God, don't. I'm sorry. I gotta fix Nightbot. He's aggressive, too aggressive. All right, I'm gonna do a little dance now with me. All right. You're gonna take your foot forward, put it back to the side, across. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Foot forward, foot back, foot out to the side, across with the knee. Forward, back, side, knee across. I'm gonna repeat that on the other side. Left leg forward, back, out, across, forward, back, out, across. A little faster if you got the hang of it. Last one, forward, back, out, across, and time with that exercise. Now I can go back to Thoracic Nightbot. Tried to share your website. Yeah, thank you so much. That is our website. Nightbot was very rude for some reason about you doing that, and I don't know why. We'll come back to that in a second. Lateral squats with me here in 3, 2, 1, begin. You can do a normal bilateral squat like so if you like, or if you're feeling more advanced, you can do a lateral squat. Yeah, so Happy Face is an absolute pleasure. So she shared our website link, time with the lateral squats or the bilateral squats. That is our website at connectedchs.com. You can find all of our free videos there, all of our social media links with all of our other free information, our article blogs about the 7 pillars of lifestyle health, as well as our products and services that are hyper affordable and that are to complement your lifestyle change in a stigma-free, practical way. Nice. That sums up our entire mission. You can find that at connectedchs.com. Thank you so much, Happy Face, for that. Next up, we have push-ups starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin from the door, floor, or a couch. I'm going from the floor. You can go from the knees if you like. If you're from the door, just push the door away. Unless you have one of those balsa wood doors, in which case, please don't do push-ups on them because you'll go through them if you're like me. All right, time with the push-ups. We are making progress. All right, this is set number 5 already. We're almost done. We have more people joining every single set, it seems. Welcome. Thank you for joining along. Hope you're having a good time. I know I am. I'm getting physically prepared for an eventful Labor Day weekend myself. Hope you've got some good plans going on. Forearms on the thighs. Join me in alternating shoulder extensions. Ready, begin. We're here, to the side, and here. In fact, I'm going to do what I did with the reverse flies. I'm going to reset forearms on thighs each time. There we are. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Beautiful. Beautiful. If you have any questions for me, my name is Seth Spicer. We stream regularly. I'll be back here at 7:30 a.m. on Monday to lead a new session with 30 seconds of rest to 30 seconds of recovery. As you can see, is a little bit more than this week right now. Next up, we have mountain climbers starting at 3, 2, 1, begin. Yes, Eastern time. Thank you. After I just said that I'm an international stream, I'm sitting here forgetting to say that we're on Eastern time in the world. Thank you, Happy Face. All right, keep it going. Mountain climbers. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Which means we're going back to the top for the last set number 6, and then we are done for the day together. And then you can go off, be free, enjoy the different things from Labor Day weekend, whatever that may have in store for you. All right, from the top, you can have single leg hinge, double leg if you would like. That can be a glute bridge. That can be a single leg floor touch. Maybe you should just ask for moderator status. Yeah, we can do that. We can definitely do that, Happy Face. And we're back to the top. Single leg deadlift starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Here we are, single leg deadlift. Single leg floor touch. That's what it really is. Just touching by the side of your feet and then standing back up. Getting a little bit of a stretch, nice and slow at the bottom. And time with that exercise. Next up, last bout of reverse flies. Yeah, I might just honestly cancel Nightbot. Worth a shot, but I don't think he's doing so hot anymore. More so just nagging our actual people. Forearms on the thighs, reverse flies in 3, 2, 1, begin. I'll talk to my tech friend about mod status and Nightbot, and we could probably undo Nightbot as well as get you into mod status. If anybody feels like what we're doing resonates with them, feel free to reach out to us at connectedchs30@gmail.com to see how you can be a part. Time with the reverse flies. Oh, all right. Beautiful. Nice. What's next? Next up, we have our last exercise of the D1 movement pattern. This is going to feel good. I can already tell. I'm going down to the knees for this one so I can be right up close and personal. 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. Hands in the pockets, hands overhead, hands in the pockets, hands overhead. There we are. All right. And we're just getting a nice shoulder workout in right now. This is our vertical press motion. 3, 2, 1, and time. Technically, this is its own movement pattern, but for our all intensive purposes today, we will just be using that as our vertical press. Next up, we have our little jig. Go ahead and stand up if you haven't already. All right. And of course, our little jig goes to something like this. Forward, back, out to the side.
Garden, if you're still with us, hope this is feeling good for you. 3, 2, 1, begin. Leg forward, back, out, across, forward, back, out, across, forward, out, across. Switch after this. 1, forward, back, out, across, forward, back, out, across, forward, back, out, across, forward, back, out, across. Last one. Ready, time. Nice. Wonderful. We're having a great time. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have our lateral squat. That can be a bilateral squat. You could use a bilateral squat into a chair, but not a couch if they're covered by your girlfriend's brand new fall pillow collection. It's not a problem, Sydney, but I would like to use the couch. 3, 2, 1, squats ready, begin. I'm getting in trouble for that one later. Bilateral squats or lateral squats to whatever depth you feel comfortable with. You don't need to be able to go as low as I do to get a good workout, but full range of motion is better than half. So full range of motion with 2 legs would therefore be better than half range of motion with a single leg. Time with that exercise. This is called a sissy squat. Going down into the front. Those ones are hard and they hurt your knees. Don't try them. Next up, we have a push-up from the door, floor, or couch. I'll do the floor this time. Feel free to do them from the knees as well. Whatever you can maintain for 25 seconds. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Five, 4, and time with the push-ups. That was the last round of push-ups for us. We are almost done. And then we get our nice little tidbits at the end. Alternating shoulder extensions. If you're watching this and following along and working out on the replay, feel free to give us that like, that thumbs up. And please, please, please come back on Monday at 7:30 a.m. because you can change your life. It just starts with showing up with us and defying the odds stacked against you. Alternating shoulder extensions. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. We're here. We're here. We're almost done. Finish strong. If you're going to get your heart rate elevated and your breathing rate elevated faster than you like, now is the time. Time with that exercise. And lastly, we have our mountain climbers or high knees if you can't get to the floor. Again, you can do this entire thing in your living room like I do. That's why I do it here, to show that we are all just people. It doesn't have to be that serious. You can do exercise from home and you can effectively lose weight from home without the stigma of the gym or healthcare. 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. Mountain climbers or high knees. Get them going. Keep it working. Almost done with the entire workout program. Not program, workout today. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it. Time with that exercise. And we are done with day 72 of our free workout program. Good job. Good work. Now it's time for our cool down and our tidbit of the day.
As we get ready for that, I'm just going to come up here, undo full screen, go to our captions, put up, let's go with Bingo Bango. There we go. Check us out at connectedchs.com while we do our cool down. Cool down is just the reverse of a warm up. Want to shake out the legs with me? Shake them out, shake them out, shake them out. Try and breathe through your nose. And if you breathe in for 2 seconds, try and breathe out for 4 seconds. If you breathe in for 3 seconds, try and breathe out for 6 seconds. Double the time out as you do breathing in. That's a proven and effective measure to lower your heart rate, slow your breathing rate, and help you enter a restful and parasympathetic state. Let's take a second. Give yourself some big old hugs. Big hugs in the chat. Now, some people say that because your diaphragm is innervated by the phrenic nerve, which is a distal portion of the vagus nerve, which is your 10th cranial nerve, that you can use that through conscious breathing and control of your breath to enter a parasympathetic state. However, your vagus nerve is also has a lot of sympathetic nervous innervations. So it's not entirely parasympathetic. It's not completely rest and digest. So if somebody tells you that your vagus nerve is only for restful states for parasympathetic activation, that's not entirely true. But the way we use it with our breath, breathing in for 2, breathing out for 4, 2, 3, 4, that will activate the parasympathetic branch of the vagus nerve. There are also ways to use it to activate your nervous system through shallow and fast breaths, right? So it's less of a parasympathetic button, so much as a nervous system tool that we can use to access and control our physiology. All right. I know that was a lot impromptu physiology lesson about the 10th cranial nerve. Doesn't really matter. Just know that if you breathe properly, if you breathe with a specific technique, you can use it to lower your heart rate. All right. We've got our cool down. That's all set. I'm going to come back in now and we can talk. Whoop. A little bit of rotation action there. Hello. I can come back in now and we can talk about our good stuff, our tips for the day. So again, our quote of the week was, you miss 100% of the naps that you don't take. And earlier in the week, we talked about, there's all of us at Connected CHS, talked about the wonderful health benefits of sleep, as well as naps can make up for some of your lost sleep. They can. Now you know. Fun fact of the day. What I have for you specifically on this Friday to leave you for the weekend, it's a little bit more about our pillar of the week, which is sleep. And that is, it's kind of a life hack. It's easy to forget things, and a lot of us have to study or retain information of some sort, right? Sleep is when your brain actually organizes and moves your daily experiences into long-term memory. All right. Specifically, that happens during slow brainwave activity, which is a result of sleep. So moral of the story, if you ever need to study for something, feel free to take a 20 to 30 minute power nap after your 1 hour study block to slow your brainwave activity and increase your memory retention. Pretty cool, right? The study that I'm actually referencing said that you can improve your memory recall by 50% as compared to those that don't take time after they're studying to slow their brainwave activity. What does it mean to slow your brainwave activity? You just take time, close your eyes, set a timer for 30 minutes, slow your breathing rate, try and become as restful as possible. And if you can fall asleep, that's good. You don't even need to fall asleep though. just from slowing your brainwave activity by becoming more restful and entering a more parasympathetic state. You can just through that improve your memory retention. Yeah. Yeah. No, yes, way. I know. Pretty cool stuff. We love the brain and we love learning more and more about the brain every day, specifically how sleep can help us be smarter humans. Plus, we all like sleep. So don't skip on the Z's. Hope you've enjoyed the sleep stuff this week. You can check out more information about sleep or any lifestyle pillar at Connected CHS. There it is, .com. If you have any questions for me before I do my send off spiel, please shoot them into the chat now. These can be questions about health, fitness, nutrition, sleep, mindset, and executive functioning, social relationships between yourself and community, personal finance hacks, policy change, tons of stuff that we cover in our health coaching sessions as well. And then you can, use any of our products or services to assist you in your life-changing weight loss journey. Again, the first question we ask is, would you like to lose weight? Because without asking that question, it's assumed that everybody does, and not everybody does. Okay, again, removing stigma. And then from there, once you've decided that that's the course that you'd like to take, we can absolutely help you in any bit of your journey to not only provide interpersonal support, to be that one support person for you, but also provide a host of information, services, and products as well to assist you in reaching that goal in a practical and an accessible manner. Really quick, some people like to go off about individual discipline, self-discipline, right? 78% of our population wouldn't be overweight if it came down solely to discipline. There are tons of societal factors that are pressuring you to live a sedentary life, to gain weight, right? To be unhealthy, and frankly, it's taking a lot of lives each year. Actually, every 4 minutes, someone will die of involuntary obesity. And what involuntary obesity means is that they wanted to lose weight, they actively tried to lose weight, but were not able to, and died from a disease where obesity was causal, which is very impressive because we've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes. That is quick math. What is that? 60 plus 20, 80 minutes. That means 80 divided by 4, 20. 20 people have died involuntarily from a disease where obesity was causal during the course of our stream. That is an insane number. And that is something that everybody at Connected CHS thinks about every 4 minutes during our mission, trying to spread health and fitness, making information more practical and accessible for you all. So we're growing every day. We're making more of an impact. Feel free to tell a friend about this, to give us a follow. And sure enough, we'll be back Monday at 7:30 a.m., not 7:40 this time, to make health and fitness more practical and more accessible, and to support you on your stigma-free weight loss journey. Thank you all so much. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend, and I'll see you Monday at 7:30 a.m. to get you prepped for your Labor Day fun. Seth Spicer, Connected Community Health Support, signing off.